Well. Welcome back, guys. Yes, we're back, baby. All right. Hello. How's everybody doing? It's so good to record another episode of this beautiful, beautiful healing session. You know what I mean? That I have really sort of eased into, really grown into. You know what I mean? I'm like, I've really settled into this whole situation. You know what I mean? Before I get started, the man to my left here, my voice of reason, Mr. James Webb. What's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot, dude. What's
Spring
up?
has sprung, my man.
It's
you know
nice
what I mean?
out,
Yes, it
finally.
is, dude. I am. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I know before when I was like, oh, it's sunny. Don't everybody, be going crazy and stuff. But it's like damn near 60, dude. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
Feels like summer.
Feels like something. I might have to let another button down or something. You know what I mean? Might have to go ahead and let the chest out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bird chest. It's a bird chest. I'm working on it. I got to do my, I got to do my my push-ups and everything.
50 push-ups a day, man.
50. Jesus Christ, man. 50. You know what I mean? I'm doing 10.
You can spread it out.
I did 10 with a hoodie on, and then I did 10 with a hoodie off. That was my.
Okay.
I did that one day, and I think I'm good. I think I'm good till summer. You know what I mean? I still feel it.
Right.
Definitely. You know what I mean? But everybody's feeling good, dude. Big Daddy Biden. Sign that bill,
Let's
baby.
go. Give me my Biden
Woo!
bucks,
Them Biden bucks. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Big Daddy Biden gonna put that money in your pocket, man. I'm feeling good about this. I know, it's just the only reason why everybody's so excited about it is because, this dude's he's been here like a couple months. You're gonna send us money stuff. I know he said 2,000. I get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. You knew it was gonna be you knew there was gonna be a little big tug on that. You know what I mean? Because they was camping for 2,000 originally. You know what I mean? So that's always been sort of a rubber meets the road type thing. You know what I mean? You got the left and the right. For some reason, Republicans, they just don't want to give you that money, bro. They like, They like, no. We are not giving them this money at all. And they just back and forth. He literally had to rally all the Democrats in the Senate to get it passed.
Every single Republican said no.
What is that, dude? I don't get that, dude. Like, where is that coming from? That you just don't want to give these people nothing, dude, because in their minds they're just like, free money just means these people are going to take this money and sit at home and do nothing with it. You know what I mean? Regarding the fact that the truth is, helping these people out puts that money right back in your pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put the money. We try, bro. You know what I mean? We don't want to say it, but we all working together. All right. You know what I mean? No. Give me a little up front. It's gonna come right back to you. All right. Yeah. There are more PS5s out there. I just saw it. Okay. I want one, baby. It ain't done. They just, you know what I mean? They had a little hiccup. You know what I mean? But there's still some PS5s out there that I might want to get my hands on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you want me to have this? What do you want me to do? What do you really want from me? You know what you want? Slavery. All right, that's what it is, dude. I mean, it's fucking nuts, dude. Yeah,
I guarantee you they're sold out again, though.
They're definitely, they're like.
I keep looking, bro. They're always, gone.
Sold out, yeah, exactly. That's a big reason why, in my mind, they talked about they had to discontinue it to work out some bugs. It's like, nah, dude, everybody wants one, dude. Did you see what the Xbox One looked like, dude? Like, no, don't nobody want that, dude. Do nobody want that. I'm trying to go back to the days when I had the giant modem next to my computer. Get out of here, bro, okay? Give me this little sleek PS5, dude. I'm telling you. Look at this thing. Look at this thing right here. Look at it, man. Remember, shoot, man, you ever been to a Kendrick Lamar concert? You ever been to one? Basically, that's how his concerts were. They all stand. He stood on this giant platform that looked just like that, dude. Look.
Oh, you can get a Series X.
Oh, okay. Get this little thing. Oh, okay, get this little white one right here. Yeah. All right. Okay. I see that. That look like a fan, but you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Look like I propped that up in the summertime. You put that in your window, you know what I'm saying, when you don't want to spend extra money on the AC and everything. But nah, man, the PS5, everybody knew the PS5 is where it was at. You know what I mean? They led with the Miles Morales thing. They literally came out saying Black Lives Matter. You know the world is going to go with a PS5, man, all right? So that's why they had to get it. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Put that money in my pocket, Mitch. All right, you know what I'm saying? What exactly? What you going to do with it? What? All the money? You trying to hog out that money. You can't do nothing about that little gullet you've been working with for years, all right? What you need all this money for, dude? They don't want nothing but to see people struggle, man. That's all. But Big Daddy Biden showed up, man. You know what I mean? Like your grandpa, you know what I mean? When he finally gets to come in at Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Back when you used to think your grandpa was loaded for some reason, you know what I mean? It really wasn't until I was like, you know, maybe like 14, 15 when I realized my grandfather was broke as hell, you know what I mean? He just happened to get his own little bonus at Christmas, you know what I'm saying? And just because he slipped me a 10, I used to tell my friends all the time, I get $10 from my wealthy grandparents every year. You know what I mean? That's what Big Daddy Biden is, coming in trying to give you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He offered you a lot. You know how they give you the 20, then they're like, oh, let me not give you that much. Then they give you a little bit less, but it's still enough for you to be grateful. That's what Big Daddy Biden is trying to do. All right? So I'm just saying, just keep a lookout, man. He signed that bill, been passed. It usually takes a couple of days for like, you know, everybody to get their money and stuff like that. It's still people that haven't got the first one, man. There's still people that I know are close friends, very close friends, dude. People are not, if I told you, you'd be like, yeah, damn, haven't even got the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then I was worried because I think they felt like they were gonna get all of them, and I was like, I don't think you know how the government works.
Nope.
But you know what I mean? Have faith, brother. You know what I mean? You know who you are. I hope you get all three like you're hoping for, but I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? This government ain't trying to put money in your pocket. All right, they really are not, dude. They talking about they already getting ready to cut that unemployment on people, man. They like, forget it, dude. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? If anybody went on it, it didn't matter when you went on it. You know what I'm saying? They say by like July, like they just gonna be like, don't care.
Someone told me today that theirs got cut off today.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's like, yeah, they can't, and they shouldn't have. I mean, it depends on the field that they work in. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you file right, you should have like an extension that should go through May.
People in our industry, at least.
Yeah.
Service industry people should continue to have this until we're 100%.
Yeah. We're gonna be, especially because we were the industry that got hit basically first. You know what I'm saying?
Right away.
Yeah.
It's a year ago, like today.
You know what I mean? That's what, and that's, you know what, like that's what we're toasting to. You know what I mean? It's been a year. You know what I mean? What a difference a year makes, James. You know what I'm saying? Like we were definitely. It really feels like an entirely different world that I was living in a year ago, man. You know what I'm saying? Like to think back to like the stuff, even what we were doing here in the studio, to the type of expectations we all had for the year. If you could say like 2020, if you were thinking about 2020, you know what I mean? Like your expectations for 2020 in a nutshell, what were you thinking your plan was? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I mean, like, well, it's not just me. I think it was, I think I speak for almost everyone, at least again in our industry. Like everyone I know was doing so well. Like there were more full-time comics this time last year than ever before in Chicago history, at least since the 80s, right?
In the city too, yeah.
In the city, yeah. People weren't fucking leaving anymore because there was money to be made. All the clubs were doing, like Comedy Bar was sold out every day. Yeah. Laugh Factory was selling out every day.
Every day.
With shows that were run by comics too. Like it was so booming and awesome to be part of this. And I, you know, the studio at this time last year, I had like 30 shows at once. I was working a Comedy Bar. Like I was making more money a month than I ever had before. Yeah. And like I thought, like, you know, obviously I didn't think I was going to be here at this time. I thought I'd have my space planned out and consolidated by then. I thought I would be doing much bigger things. I had a documentary I was working on about the scene and like all the local shows and stuff. And you know, all of that just went up in flames, dude. Yeah. Like there's so much that I had planned, and you know, again, everybody had planned that just
everybody did, you know. But that's the thing, though. You think, you know, we're all individuals. We're one person. I mean, I definitely felt like I had certain things lined up, you know what I mean, ready to go to where I felt like I was about to take that next leap to be a full-time comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like what was it at that point? I think CYSK.
Yeah, you had CYSK in like June or July or something?
Multiple shows, you know, here running out in the scene and stuff like that. Was starting to make contacts outside of the city so I could travel and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, that whole mentality. I had a job working at Dick's Last Resort. Yeah. You know what I mean? I planned on working there, making all the money I could in the summertime, and then use those slow months to work on my comedy full time and stuff. And hey, you know what's funny? It's like, you know, everybody had their own, you know, they had their own goals, and they really felt like it was going to go that way. Right. And for all that's changed, man, if we got to be honest, dude, I feel like in an ass backwards way, I got to do everything I planned on doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's
kind of fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Came back.
Kind of really came back. A lot of stuff came full circle over this year, man. And if you just think about all the stuff we all went through, just think about the racial tensions we went through, and we went, the things that with the world changed, the products that existed a year ago that don't exist now. All right, you know what I mean? So I saw Toy Story 4 a year ago, and now Mr. Potato Head ain't even a thing no more. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot to change in a fucking year, dude. You know what I'm saying? That really hits me. Yeah. All right, you know what I'm saying? And the person that I saw the movie with died. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not to make it heavy. Jesus. I'm sorry. Hey, we miss you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it was a lot different. You know what I mean? And just a lot of people go. It's just you just don't know what a year makes. You know what I mean? And I think we were all coming out of a space where we kind of felt like we were so sucked into what our routine was that nothing was going to change. That was something I talk to people about all the time. You know what I mean? I just didn't feel like anything was going to change, and I was always going to be in this loop, and I was treading my tires and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And it took us going through a monumentally tragic event altogether as a society, as a community, as a species. You know what I'm saying? But it came around, and I feel like I found like new purpose. You know what I mean? I feel like there's new purpose in life in different ways that I can not only express myself, but start to move myself into my next phase of life that I always kind of felt like I would be, in at some point. You know what I mean? Maybe I didn't think I was going to be, like I talked about last week, I told everybody I was going to be a dad last week. You know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to be a dad a year from now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that was going to happen, but I knew that this is a life that I wanted to eventually get to. I didn't want to be in my 30s, you know what I'm saying, still trolling the streets, you know what I'm saying, just trying to be, I'm sorry, I didn't. I really did not. You know what I mean? I would rather be I'd rather be in the situation that I'm in, even though, it took us a very roundabout way to get here. You know what I mean? You got to be thankful for what, you got to be thankful for just what is, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you got to thank for the little blessings that you can get out of the tragic stuff. Sure. You know what I mean?
Well, and there's so much, this last year hurt a lot. Obviously, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But like the silver lining is, we've all learned so much about what we can handle and how to fight back.
Yeah.
And kind of claw, even just a basic living out of horrible circumstances. Obviously this wasn't the worst time in our history.
Yeah.
Maybe in our lifetimes, for sure. I can't remember anything like this, especially as an adult.
It'd be a memorable, you know what I mean? It'll be something that people talk about in years to come.
This is our generation's big thing, I think.
Yeah.
And it, for the most part, I feel like most people are kind of on the other side of it, doing better than they thought they would do.
Yeah.
Given the maybe not better than last year,
right?
But definitely better than they thought it was going to be.
There's people that thought the world was going to end, man. I had people talking to me like the world was going to end, dude. They thought it was never going to get better. You know what I mean? They were talking about suicide rates, you know what I mean, expected to climb monumentally because there were truly people feeling like they weren't going to make it through what was going to happen, this past year. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, no, we did it. I mean, you know what I mean? That's not to say that it's over, but I'm just saying like what a difference a year makes. That's all,
If you're here right now, be proud of yourself. You figured it out and you made it.
Yeah, exactly. You made it this far, dude, and keep going, dude. I'm telling you, there's some people still struggling with this mask thing, though. You know, did you go assault the Uber driver? See?
No.
This girl assaulted this Uber driver. Like, you know what I mean? They had this video of it. You know what I mean? He told her to wear a mask, and she got mad about it and stuff like that. It went viral, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, it went viral. He was just like, she like rips the mask off. She's like coughing. She's like, man, F the mask. You know what I mean? Like coughing in this dude's face. Yeah, this video right here. Yeah, dude. It's very, look at this girl. Look, she doing all the work too.
What you gonna do?
Look at this.
What the fuck?
What is going on? You know what I mean? And she ripped his mask off, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you know what I mean? Some people just can't get over it. You know what I'm saying? Can't get over it. And look, and then she said, and I got corona. You know what I mean? Like, what, dude? That is assault. Okay, that's assault. That's a bioweapon. Okay,
that literally is legally
that is legally a bioweapon, bro. All right, stuff her in a missile and shoot her to North Korea, baby. All right, let's go ahead and get this World War III popping with this chick right here. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, and then the Uber driver was saying that it was racially motivated. Which, okay, now you want to start getting into that. You know what I mean? I don't want to tiptoe in these waters. Let's just keep it based on the fact that this is a rude individual. You know what I mean? That's what I think it really comes down to. Because she was rude. You know what I mean? You know the policies are right now. If you're getting into Ubers, if you're going into indoor spaces, malls, restaurants, buildings, and stuff like that, mask on. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. You know what I mean? And that's all he was asking her to do and everything. And they made an issue with that. And they have the right, as a driver, you have the right to refuse a fare. I mean, it's true. You do have the right to refuse a fare if they are, showing signs of, being disruptive or being harmful and stuff like that. You can do that. You know what I mean? More people should have did that over the winter when these carjackings were happening. You know what I mean? That's how they was getting them. These Uber drivers. You know what was funny? I saw this article. The person who was jacking most of the people was a 14-year-old girl. It was like, some badass little girl was over here jacking these Uber drivers, man. You know what I mean? Oh, what a difference a year makes. That's the moral of what I'm trying to say here, guys. All right? Who would have thought there would be a 14-year-old hijacker, you know what I mean, living her life like it's 5 stars on Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? Going out here in real life, baby, that's nuts. Dude, that's nuts. Some people some people that feel like they've learned their lesson, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't talk about right now.
I don't know if you remember this conversation, James. Of course you do, because I brought it up to you in the pre-production meeting, all right? But I had a very, very lengthy tirade on this lady, Melissa something. I think their name was Melissa. I can't remember, but she was from Arizona, all right? And I'll play this video. Remember this lady was in Arizona ripping down all these masks and stuff? Look at this. So remember, just a recap. She goes into Target and listen to this lady. Look at this.
This shit's fucking over.
Look at this.
This shit's all fucking over.
Oh, look at this.
Shit's fucking over.
What are you thinking, like, posting this?
This shit's over. This shit's over.
Yeah, what made you think? Oh, you thought Target was just gonna look at this and hit you with a smiley face emoji? Like, what the fuck did you think? Look at that. Runs her thing through it. Y'all remember this lady? Look, you know what I mean? And then look, and then when they try to say something to her, she tries to make it like a racial thing.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. We don't want any of this anymore. This is over. No. No. Dude, why? Why? You let everybody else do it. You let everybody else do it. Why I can't do it? Because I'm a blonde white woman?
And she says that. That's what got me. So, all right, we can stop. You know what I mean? Remember, that was the crux of the video where she goes all crazy. She goes, "I can't do this because I'm a blonde white woman." Looking at a blonde white woman.
What does this woman look like? Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Looking like you in Oprah's waiting room. All right, you know what I'm saying? Waiting on Harry and Meghan to finish their interview so you can go here and weave some bullshit tale about how she apologized. So this is what I'm trying to get at. This lady just apologized, all right, for what she did. So she said that the article said this woman fell prey to QAnon. Yes, she said she would watch so much QAnon that she went crazy, and that's kind of what made her have that tirade in Target. All right, I won't read the whole article. I'll give you the gist from what I read, because I really read this thing over and over. But she basically said that back on January 27th, you'll see there, all right, she got a phone call from her brother, and her brother was like, hey, she goes, I was in right here. She goes, he was in China with his wife, who's Chinese, which I don't know why you really got to make that distinction, but okay, fine. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that was my first thought, was like, you really had to just make sure, write that down, quote me, she was Chinese. So, so you're already behind the 8 ball on this lady. But she said her brother was having issues coming back into the country because he was telling her that he was seeing some like crazy shit over there in China, people being sick in the streets and everything like that. So she said, he came back and she said, I would like people to know that I was the first one, you know what I mean, to be wearing masks and stuff, you know what I mean, in stores. You know what I mean? I was the one. People looked at me like I was nuts. You know what I'm saying? She pulled a Gwyneth Paltrow, you know what I mean, basically saying that she started all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Get your goop out of here.
Look, yeah, exactly. So then she later on, she said basically what she says is she started getting so scared by what was going on with the virus. You know what I mean? She turned to QAnon for comfort. because QAnon was basically the only outlet that told her not to be so worried about what was going on and that this is all fake and that there's this basically she was saying that they were telling her this new world order is trying to kill everybody and everything. And while look, I'm a bigger conspiracy guy as the next guy, all right, but wear a mask, all right? That's all I'm saying, dude. But anyway, so basically QAnon gave her this comfort, and she even says like she just like got so caught up in her conspiracy theories with what she calls the Q. She called it the Q.
Yeah.
She's a Q lord for sure. And she was all into it. She said it got to a point where her husband was getting the issues and stuff. And remember, we saw the other video where she goes home and the cop comes to the house and everything, and her husband's standing there. She said her husband had basically told her like, you need to choose between this family and like the real world out here. You need to turn off your Ready Player One headset and get out of your fucking QAnon K-hole and live real life with us, or you can get out. She said he filed for divorce. She moved out. So she said all of that led to her going to Target that day. You know what I'm saying? And then there was stuff about how, I never processed this trauma from my past, and I lost my mother, and and it's like, yes, okay, you've lost people. I get it. You know what I mean? I just talked about how I've lost people. You've lost people. You know what I'm saying? We've all struggled. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to minimize what your issues are, lady. No one's trying to say your mental health isn't real, but you were being rude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it comes down to. You were being rude, all right? And it really wasn't until you became the most hated person on the internet, which is what she says, that you felt like you had to have some reconciliation because you're the one that posted on the internet, all right? So
if anything will do it, that'll do it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Everybody just really take this lady. She don't even look real. You know what I mean?
She
like
look plastic as fuck.
She look like that robot.
She's Arizona, bro.
Yeah, that's there. That literally, she gonna be Arizona housewife. She gonna be the next one. You know what I mean? She gonna be throwing masks at other ladies while they drinking champagne in the future and stuff. I'm telling you, man, she gonna get a show. I get this lady.
She's horrible, and she fucking, again, this was a year ago, so look, we're talking about change, right? We're talking about like the things that you go through to come out of the other side of this horrible year, right? So she does say, again, ignore what she is, a blonde white woman, and look at, she was subsequently treated for mental health issues and swore off QAnon and sought to rebuild her reputation. So at the very least, she is trying to better herself. If it's just a stunt or if it's real, the scoreboard says she's trying to come back.
Okay, and you know what? I can give her props for maybe, I guess, trying to make a step in the right direction.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't necessarily own up to the issues and stuff like that.
A lot of people just buy more fucking Confederate flags and dig deeper holes in their basements. Like, at least she's coming out saying, "Hey, I'm gonna try and do better next time."
Yeah. Oh, well, it remains to be seen.
Yeah, let's see. But and she's what is she? She's a publicist apparently. So she got all the publicity she could ever fucking want.
That's bro. Come on. You know what? Fuck all that, James. Okay. Nah, forget that. All right. She doing this for the thing. That's what she do. It's Jessica. All right. I done found the real life Jessica right there. Okay. Good. There she is. All right, it's done deal right there. I don't believe a word. Nah, whatever. I'm not gonna say I don't believe one because I don't need her hitting me. Actually, hit me up. You know what I mean? I'd like to talk to her. You know what I mean?
She got the publicity.
Hey, exactly. Raise my profile. You want to share some of this publicity?
Yeah, share the show.
Nah, man. A year, man. People learn a lot of different stuff, dude. Like, it's just crazy just to think about where we were. I know this episode 47 now. You know what I mean? And I think it really lines up to where we've been. I think I've done one just about every week since.
Pretty much. You've taken 1 or 2 weeks off. That's
exactly. But yeah, so that's pretty much a lot of different change. Man, I've gone back, watched old episodes and stuff like that, and just seen just where I've come from, emotionally and like mentally and that stuff in the last year, the stuff we've seen and everything, and it's just been crazy to watch, dude. It's amazing to see what could happen in the next year, dude. That's something I can say. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to happen in the year to come. You know what I mean? We don't know. We can just know that we will get through it. You know what I mean?
Do you think the worst is behind us for the virus stuff?
Yeah, I guess so. I think it's worse in sense of like how we're all gonna tackle it emotionally. You know what I mean? As people,
right.
I think that the worst that part is behind us. You know what I mean? People panicking over the issues and feeling like there's never gonna be any other light at the end of the tunnel. I think that part is done. You know what I mean? As far as like what the new world's going to look like, whether masks will go away. Some people say masks will never go away. You know what I mean? That we'll always have to see like that. I was listening to somebody talk about how there's, people saying more pandemics will happen. Pandemics will just become a normal part of how we live and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's no way of knowing. You know what I mean? There's no way of knowing. But you can hope for the best, right?
Right.
I guess, you know what I mean? There's no way to know you're going for the best. And just understand that we can't control, we can't really control everything. So why am I gonna use that to kind of like freeze, where I'm going or what I'm trying to do with my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I really want to talk. Because last night I was talking about, you saw the thing I was posting about talking how I feel like I feel like I'm gonna make it no matter what. I said that, on Facebook. I feel like I'm gonna make it no matter what. And I know the next question usually comes is what is making it? What is that?
Right.
And
it's different for everybody.
It is, man. And I don't want to be cliche. I think making it is different from everybody. Some people see making it as being that guy, on Netflix with all the TV shows and making all the money and stuff like that. Who doesn't want that? You know what I mean? I would be lying to every last person that listens to this if I said I did not want that, out of comedy. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want that. But guess what? Do I want that? Am I in pursuit of that, or is that why I got into comedy to begin with? If that is, go boom. All right, go for it. I hope it happens. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's why I got into comedy to begin with. You know what I mean? I don't think that's why I pursued, a career in this industry for that reason. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I did it in terms of knowing that I could make a living. You know what I mean? I do this. I do. I make the content. I do stand up. I produce comedy and stuff like that. But I also have other things that I got to do to offset my income. You know what I mean? And that's a real thing. Right. A lot of people live that life. You know what I mean? We do our comedy things, but we have day jobs. We have other things like that. You know what I'm saying? James, you used to work at like a day job situation before you had this full time and you were handling this. And now this is basically. This is what you do. You know what I mean? If you ask me, I think that really is making it.
I feel if you're asking me if I think I've made it, this is definitely, obviously I'm going to push further and further. But I mean, the day that I quit that job, bro, like it was the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my life. But I mean, I feel like I made it there.
Yeah, dude, and you should feel like that. You should feel like, you know what, my life is in my hands. You know what I mean? Like, and one of our friends was on Instagram. I was watching. It was Redescu. You know what I mean? Redescu Hopper. Shout out to Hollywood. I was watching his Instagram. It was a little snippet that he did. It was a funny little snippet of him at work. You know what I mean? And he had the camera facing the door, and he's like, I'm 10 feet from the door. I'm fine. Why don't I just walk out? You know what I mean? And it's like, how many times have you been at a work or a job like that feling that way? You know what I mean?
And that's the thing, dude. We've all been in that position, I think. And the scariest part is, like, where's all the security?
Yeah.
I have no more security.
Yeah.
I don't have a guaranteed paycheck. I lost crazy good health insurance when I quit too. I don't have fucking health insurance.
Right. Yeah.
Like, there's so much that you lose. But I feel like, and this is just me personally, this is not advice if you're not in this place, but I've gained so much more than I lost.
Your life is in your hands, dude.
Free agency to be who you are. If you're good enough to do what you're doing, and I'm not bragging. I'm bragging a little bit. I'm pretty good.
You should brag, man.
But like, if you are good enough, if the results are in, and like, so Redescu, for example, everyone's seen his headshots and what he can do with a fucking camera.
Incredibly talented.
He's so good. Let's pull up his Instagram right now.
Yeah, incredibly talented.
Show the people what Redescu's all about.
Yeah, man. And I'll take this opportunity to say, man, he does have a GoFundMe, man. Help this man out through his film school, dude. Like, for real. You know what I mean? It's one of our close friends, and he's doing all, he's literally putting himself through film school. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like, with all, and it's like, you see what kind of content this guy has been making,
Look at these photographs.
Look at this stuff. You know what I mean?
They're magical. Oh, look at that. There's us his age.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
But Q has become a force to be reckoned with in our little community, in our industry here. And I think if anyone, I can't speak to his financial situation, but God damn it, if you want to take the leap, imagine this was the main thing.
Yeah.
I was scared that, like, I wouldn't have enough clients, but to like maintain a life. But I'm gaining 40 hours a week.
That's the main thing, dude. Exactly.
To make more money. Like, that money just doesn't go away. You just have to find more money to make up for the time you lost. And if you're as talented as Q is, that's easy.
And you constantly reinvest in yourself too. You know what I mean? Like,
every dollar I have spent,
yeah,
bro. Every single dollar that all of you have given me over the last year, over the last 3 years that I've been doing this room.
I'm gonna have to look at some receipts now. The way you make it sound.
You're
looking. Hold on a second. I'm starting to look at these microphones now. Like, hold on a second.
I'm telling you, bro. Every dollar. I bought a couple little fancy trinkets in the green room.
Right.
But
no,
But
this is your business, though. Any studio runs, you know what I mean, that same way. So it's not like you're doing anything to, like, you know, really put people out of pocket. We've talked about comparing prices to other similar facilities that offer what you offer.
Every other fucking space.
You know what I mean?
And every dollar that I've spent has gone right back into this room.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's if you're serious about doing this, you have to reinvest so that you can make more money later.
Yeah, you reinvest in yourself. Remember, that's the thing, making that the main thing. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's making it, dude. Your life is in your hands. You're doing that. And if I could say something, you know, what I can take a positive away from what this quarantine has done and what this year has done, it's definitely given me a taste of what is my life going to look like when I don't necessarily have too much else to worry about, but making my comedy happen. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, even though I know I can do more, I believe I will do more, and I'll be able to create things differently. I'll get better at what I'm doing. The stuff that I've done and I've been able to create in the last year has fulfilled me in that very same way. You know what I mean? So that's what making it should be. I feel like that's a good barometer for, you know, for anyone to really have. You know what I mean? It keeps you from fucking keeping yourself up at night wondering, why am I not getting this opportunity when, you know what I mean? Because you just have a constant belief in the fact that this is what I'm doing, this is the life that I've built for myself, and no matter what, it is going to come together. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to. Exactly, because I don't have because this is the life that I've made, because I made it, you know, to this point. You know what I mean? So I think that's a really good thing. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's a really solid conversation we've had right here. How do you feel? Brother? You know what I mean?
Good,
I think we've covered a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the other thing.
There is one more thing.
I had to talk about the other thing. Listen, this is some people ain't learning shit. All right, let's go ahead and put that out there, okay? And I had to bring this up because look at this. Just watch this little article. This really bothered me. I don't know.
Tuesday night after using an anti-Semitic slur during a recent video game live stream.
We gotta learn one thing, okay? It's two groups of people you don't want to mess with when it comes to these racial slurs, bro. I'm telling you, all right? It's black people and it is our Jewish community. You know what I mean? Like, these people are proud of who they are, where they come from. You know what I mean? And they know the struggles that they've been through too. When you use the language that you use, that this guy used, again, for people who don't listen, I was trying to talk. I know the video was playing stuff, but I'll just give you a rundown of what the thing is. You know what I mean? This guy was again on one of these live streams. Is why I don't do the video game live streaming right here, okay? Because I've been on there. Chase, remember that time we played Apex, all right, me and you and Ty? It was a great time. And then I tried to play one more without you guys, and I never got so angry at children. All right, first of all, these dudes, you know what I'm saying? These dudes fucking jettison off immediately. I heard them say, get away from this nigga, all right? And they jettison off away from me when did they own thing. And then they want to cuss at you. And people talk all this smack when they on these streams because they think nobody can see them and nobody can touch them or whatever, you know what I mean? So he's going on here talking all this smack, playing Call of Duty, you know what I mean? Saying somebody that, and then he mess around and busts out the word that I don't even want. It's the, you know what I mean?
It's that word.
It's
right
that
there.
word, you know what I mean? And it's like, I can't even just because that one is hard. I'll tell you what, N-word with the hard R, that hits you wrong, you know what I mean? But that one is right there as far as like the way it hits your ears. You like, you are insidious. You know what I mean? Like, you are a bad person for saying something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that stuff, that's how real it can get with that with word and stuff like that. And this dude, it was so free in using that because he thought he was in a space where he was okay with it. And what got me is that his dude, you know, he's in the NBA and this is his 9th season in the NBA. You know what I mean? You think, oh, okay, NBA is filled with a lot of teenagers, a lot of kids. You know what I mean? You can go to NBA at 19 now. You know what I mean? So yeah, all them dudes play video games. You ain't doing much else. You know, you would think, oh yeah, you know, it's just some kids say, this dude is 29. All right, it's 29. That means for almost I'm 29. All right, that means for almost 3 decades. All right, since the year 1991, this dude has lived a life where people have not only allowed, maybe encouraged, or been complicit to a mindset to where he felt like it was okay to say something like that to somebody. Probably because he's always been 7 feet tall, probably always been playing basketball, probably always been, you know, in a favorable position. You made $10 million in your 9 seasons from the NBA, so it's not like you're struggling in the grand scheme of things. You ain't making major money, but you're making pretty okay money compared to everybody else, and you feel like it's okay to say stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, some people just don't learn. You know what I mean? You know, after seeing everything the world's been going through, after we just talked about this lady, you know what? Maybe I should give that lady somewhat of a reprieve for trying to be, you know, a bit humble in her situation.
Sure.
I mean, after everything you see, you still feel like it's okay to throw some stuff out. You know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean? Because you think ain't nobody gonna catch you.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Even though you on a live stream, you had to have agreed to do that live stream. All right, well, ain't nobody just turning on your camera without you watching. It's your camera. Right. Ain't nobody turning it on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm yelling, and it's getting me all messed up because it's just like sometimes when you just see people and you feel like they should know. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm projected. Maybe I'm trying to act like I have more sense than other individuals and stuff like that. But it's like you're an adult. All right, you really are an adult, bro. All right, and like there's some things you can and can't say. Nobody's gonna get up here and be like censoring yourself. Don't be freedom of speech and stuff. But that's hate speech, dude. Right. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's hate speech. That's disrespectful. That's stuff
wrong.
It's
unacceptable. Now, devil's advocate. So in the same vein as our lovely little lady at the beginning of this, he has come out and apologized. And I know it's like 2 days later. Let it simmer. Let it feel how you're gonna feel.
Yeah.
But this to me is a step in the right direction that I don't think society has seen since cancel culture stuff started, where people are facing what they've done, at least in some form or fashion.
Well, you better because you can't because it used to be like, nah, double down, never said nothing. Now it's like,
and now with Trump gone, people are a lot less emboldened to live in the shitty things that they've done.
Yeah,
which is good. And
but you see the consequences of having somebody in charge that lets you think like that.
Exactly.
People.
I hope that this guy means what he says.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this at face value for now. He's going to get punished, which is deserved and necessary. But hopefully he does learn from this and, maybe starts he's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Donate some money to the Jewish Defense League.
Donate
some money to a cause that will help undo the damage that you've done with what you've done.
Well, that's a fair argument because a lot of people would say, all right, no, let me ask you this, because it's like, when people do stuff like this, they say stuff like that, you know what I mean? He could have, obviously he's been banned from the team indefinitely right now, suspended indefinitely,
right.
You know what I mean? Should he ever get a chance to earn a living again? Should he ever get a chance to play in the NBA again? You know what I mean? You'll have people that say yes and people that say no,
right.
Based off of what he said, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, I guess you can't, where I'm at, I'm always on the side where like you can't let stuff like that just, I'm not going to say that you can't let it go, but you just can't let it go unchecked, unpunished,
right.
obviously.
There should be punishment.
And it should be punishment and stuff like that. But does he ever get a chance to earn a living again? Does that lady who clearly is doing this for her publicity, does the publicist, you know what I mean, get a chance to earn a living again? You know what I mean? Like that's type of stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, it's just my thing I really got stuck on, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that like, dude's almost 30. You know what I mean? And it's like, There's no way he couldn't have known somewhere in his heart that that's not an okay thing to say to somebody. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know if maybe is he Jewish? Do we know this?
No.
I don't know this for sure.
No,
is there some kind of feeling in that community where they're like, hey, we can say it type of sentiment? We don't know. You know what I mean? I don't believe there is. No. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think so because they never in my life have I heard anybody say they were okay with that? So what I'm saying,
nobody's okay with K.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly. It ain't if there's a K involved, people don't like it. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, the only K they like are the one that sells diamonds. All right, and that's the only time you can sing that jingle is around Christmas. Okay, exactly. Because if you sing that jingle in the summertime, they think you talking about a rally. What else are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Right. So anyway, I think that's enough. I've had my fun today. You know what I mean? We've today's an interesting day. There was really nothing too heavy that I wanted to get into. You know what I mean? I wanted us to kind of just take some stock in the fact that we made it a year, man, and we're still here. We're still all strong. We're still doing our things and finding new ways to enrich our own lives and things like that. So just hold on to that, bro. You know what I mean? And keep believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can really do. Yeah. Everybody watching, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I mean? You can share this. You can do all the stuff. Follow us, subscribe, go on YouTube, all that good stuff that I usually should be better at saying to promote this thing, but I just don't because it kills my buzz. You know what I mean? Like it really just yeah, man. Just love each other, man. It's gonna be all right. That's my big advice for everybody watching. So we'll talk to you soon, man. You guys take it easy. And like I say every week, we can't all be perfect, but we can be people. You know what I'm saying? So don't be throwing no mask at nobody. All right, keep that on your face. That's important.
Oh, you know, just another decade of life, my brother.
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing. Major milestone. What's up, James? Mr. James Webb.
How are you,
Long
John?
time no see, buddy.
Yeah. How are you?
Man, we doing great. Doing amazing. I'm about to share this on my page as well.
Cool.
Yep. Man, it's so good to be back. We gonna play.
A lot to talk about, man. A lot to catch up about, man. You know, now that we've been gone for the last 2 weeks, I missed the podcast. I was like, you know what? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do on Thursdays? What am I gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I could tell you my Thursdays has been like miserable without our friendly Facebook followers.
Oh, thank all 7 of y'all.
I don't know what I would have done without looking at and listening to our Facebook friends' opinions for 2 weeks. It was the most lonely, miserable time. Do you see the sarcasm in my face, in my eyes? Do you see it?
I think it's a good break, man. Sometimes you need to just back away and do stuff, you know? Like, it's been a very festive 2 weeks for me. I turned 40.
Hey, where them horns at? I know you got that NPC next to you.
Oh, it's not plugged up right now.
Oh, this man is not prepared. He's
Oh,
not
don't, you ain't
prepared.
said shit but a word, brother. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my little NPC out here. Hold on.
It's gonna be some different. Does the horn sound different for 40? Like
it's a little sad.
It's like jazz. It's like jazz horns now.
It's sad horn.
It's like a harmonica.
Sad horns, man.
Don't worry, I'm right behind you, buddy. Oh man, Dave, dude.
I think even more important than that, though, is the fact that I got engaged.
Oh man, congratulations!
On February 23rd, which is the same day as my girl's birthday. And when I tell you that I was supposed to propose in Austin for my birthday, I thought I was gonna do it. But you know, Chicago comedy is very dope, and the comedians were like, "Man, fuck that. We should do that when she got back from the airport." So we put together this plan in like 48 hours. And shout out to Just Niche, Damn Fool, for helping me put this together. But we surprised her at the airport. We made signs. So when she came downstairs, the sign was like, you know, happy birthday. Dave loves you. Follow me, please. So, you know, Sharonda don't know who these people are at all, you know? So she just like is following people that she don't know. She know Niche, but Niche wasn't there yet. So when they came outside, I came out from around the corner, and Damn Fool was playing like this fake violin. I had Jill Scott playing in the background. We had a bunch of roses. I got down on one knee. My pants was hella tight. The rain didn't want to come out. I was crying. Damn Fool was crying.
Damn Fool was crying?
Yeah, man.
Soft ass. What the fuck?
See, I know you wouldn't appreciate no shit like that.
Man, I can see you crying. What the fuck he crying for?
It was beautiful, dog. Beautiful. And I think that people need to.
I didn't know he had that side. Oh, well, you know what? Hey, I'm happy for you, man. And I think, you know, I heard just Niche laughing in the background or saying, hey, or whatever. I didn't hear Damn Fool sniffling though and crying.
No. It wasn't like no hard cry. It was like, you know, like a little tear.
A tear fell down his eyes.
A little tear. And you know, it was dope, bro. It was one of them things that it couldn't have gone no better, you know. And it's like I thought I did something, but I'm realizing now that I really ain't done shit. The wedding planning is the hard part now. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out, because I think as men, we feel like, hey man, I popped the question. We good for like a year, 2. She like, no. What's going on this year? What's the date? What's the venue? So it could be going down in 2021.
I've seen two of my friends propose to their girls. One was Murph at Jokes and Notes after his show he did on stage to Chrissy. And then Dubs, when Dubs proposed to Pinky at his crib. I didn't even know he was gonna do it. He just got down on one knee in the middle of his kitchen. It was all these people there. And I'm like, damn. I didn't cry either one of those times. I was happy for him. Like, damn, that's what's up, man. Congratulations. But you know what? All that matters is that you happy, man, and I'm happy for you. Congratulations, brother. You know what I'm saying? That you found love in today's society, in this cesspool of selections and candidates. So congratulations, my man.
Thank you, Kevin Samuels.
You got the juice now.
Where your chains at? I know you said you have to put the chains on.
What chains? Oh, these chains. Oh, my bad.
Oh.
They subtle. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to, they just
Are those new chains? New chains.
I got these before I went on vacation.
Well, you went on vacation where?
I went to the DR. At the end of February, man. It was a rough February here in the Midwest. Apparently, in 40 other states of the country with the snowstorms and the wrecks between me getting stuck all them times in the snow. It's fucked up when you get stuck in the snow and you got to shovel yourself out and you still sweating. So it's getting a workout outside of getting pneumonia. Yeah, and it's necessary because you sick. Yeah, but thank God I didn't get sick. All I know is that I got to get the fuck out of here.
So that made you decide you had to leave Chicago and get away to the place. It's one or two places that men go, to have a good time. That's Brazil and the DR.
People right? Vegas, Miami. No.
DR got them. They got the women, man. The women, the mujeres.
There's women everywhere, but yes, they do have beautiful exotic women down in Dominican, Colombia, everywhere.
What's that like as an American, as a Black American? How do they treat you in the DR? Like, do they know that you're not from there?
They know our worth.
They know what?
They know our worth. Beautiful
what does that
beautiful
mean?
Black man. Yeah, they at you. It's like complete difference. It's like
you said they know your worth.
Yeah, we don't have to come back for it. They just like they looking at, obviously it's a third world country, so they are looking for a come up. You know what I'm saying? But at least they ain't lying. At least they ain't shy about it or lying about it. Over here they manipulate it like they not, but they really are. If you need money, just say that, and they say that.
But how do they know that you're not Dominican?
I don't look Dominican.
What the fuck that mean? The Dominicans got different tones and
no, you can still tell. You can still tell. And then it was the group I'm with. You know what I mean? And it's a swag. It's the way you carry yourself. It's like an aura. They just know that you're not from that country, and they know they get a lot of tourist people too. So, I mean, you in a melting pot out in LA with a bunch of different people there. So if you see it's a lot of foreigners out in LA. Just like I can see a foreigner here and I know that they originally not from this country. Either way, I don't know, man. It's just the feel good. It's the energy was cool. It's like everybody was just nice, they was inviting, they were welcoming. The natives in general, you know what I'm saying? Not just the women. It was a cool place to be, just to get away from all of the toxicity and the negativity and the pettiness and the gossip and the shit that people shouldn't really be focusing on. It was good to just detach from that for like 4 days, enjoy some great weather, different scenery. The group we was with, everybody was cool as hell, man. We bonded. Ro got his new business, B3, his psych ed company. So we even did like a workshop while we were down there over like B3, which is like beliefs, brains, and
Booties.
no, that's Belief, Brains, and Bronze, something like that. But either way, it was pretty cool, man. And I even picked up some souvenirs when I got back.
What you got?
Well, some of the stuff I've already given away to who I was gonna give it to. I still got to give some of this stuff away. So, this it don't look like much, but it's pretty cool. Like this little blue thing or whatever. This is like represents like they stone in the Dominican. It's like a sky blue, but this is not the. I actually bought like a necklace, ring, some earrings, and stuff like that. So I just got this, and then I got like this little magnet. This is the Dominican Republic. The chicken, it's a chicken on there, but bro, the chicken down there is fire because it's fresh. It's fresh chicken. No additives, none of that shit. Yeah, it just tastes way better. The fruit tastes fresh. You can't drink the water, but everything else was cool.
You can't drink the water in the DR?
You're not supposed to drink the tap water. That's what they said. I don't want to risk it.
Man, you can't drink the tap water in LA neither. Chicago got some good tap water. LA
we do. We do got good tap water. Then I bought this.
Wait, how did you get that back into the country? You put it. What did you have that knife?
Don't worry about it.
That wasn't detectable from the machines. You put the knife inside your body, didn't you? I know you did. Cool, though, man. I'm glad you was out there.
Actually, no, I put it on. I checked. I had to check in my bag. It was too big, so I had to check it in. I could have brought so much shit back because it was checked in. I also bought this. This is my favorite thing I brought back. This is a bottle of what's called Mama Wana. Mama Wana. This is pretty dope. So basically, they take these different figs or whatever, and they put rum in it, and they let it soak for like weeks. And it gives you like an intense buzz and gives you that you know what I'm saying? That umphness. Because it's got something that has something to do with ginseng and it get you fucked up. So I'm letting it fester. I'm not even gonna drink it or open it till like next month because I want it to be real strong. I might even wait till the summertime.
What's the ABV? I'm sure they don't have no ABV on that.
No, they just got this shit on here. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was talking about it. And before I went over there, people were like, man, get some Mama Wana. So I kept hearing about it. So we had a driver while we was there. Cool as hell. His name was Raphael, man. He showed us the ropes. He could barely speak English. He could just hear it a little bit. But he was so fucking cool, dude. He was partying with us the whole time. We paid him like $100 a day just to drive us around. But I mean, we was on a boat one of those days and we was getting it in, and I look over this motherfucker earling over the side of the boat and be like, damn, Raphael, you getting it in, ain't you? Like, yeah, I get it in. I'm like, okay.
Just throwing up. Oh, that's crazy.
I'm okay. I'm like, all right, that's okay with me because I like to see people have a good time, man.
So it was like 4 of y'all.
No, it's like 6 of us, but like it was 6 of us because we had a villa. And then it was three other guys. They had like their own villa, you know what I mean? But we didn't stay in a resort. We didn't want to stay in a resort. We stayed like in a neighborhood, and it's a third world country, so it's some stuff like you're not used to. Just like in the movies, you see people on their mopeds and shit, like on Narcos. You see more of those than cars, more mopeds and motorbikes driving around the street.
Feel like Narcos.
Yeah, they drive them little bikes all through there. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
No, I know what you mean. I'm just that's a crazy reference, I guess, man. But
so it's taking because people like they ride on the back and all you watch these movies, think, oh, somebody gonna come up and try to snatch because I was out there with my chain and shit. And these people poor. I didn't want nobody to just come up and snatch my shit and try to ride off. And then they walk up to you like, we in Chicago. We're not used to people just walking up, hey, what's up, man? Hey, big man, send me what's that? Big Papi, like the baseball. He from Dominican. Big Papi, yeah, what's going on? But they mostly
rob your ass,
trying to get a fist bump. And I'm like, the first couple days, I'm like, man, fuck. And after a while, I'm like, what y'all want? I'm saying a peso, whatever. That was also something I had to get used to.
You sound like an asshole. You said, what you want, a peso?
Because they do. They be want shit. 97% of the time when they come to you, they trying to sell you something. Or
yeah, they don't want to just talk to you because you look like David Ortiz. Hey, big man. Hey.
I thought so.
They want some fucking
I'm
money.
like, I feel the love. I feel the warm embrace.
They were like Eli Hamilton.
Oh, I really
From Jay's and Grace.
Yeah, that's me. I hate your show, fucker, and then would have walked off. I would have.
I ain't one of the 3 viewers of your show.
I would have like that. I appreciate it, but I was up there like when it was time to like pay for stuff. They be like, "All right, 675 pesos," and I'd be like, "Raphael, how much is that?" I'm like, "What's this?" Because I didn't want to get ripped off or nothing. But by the end of the trip, I knew what I was. I knew how. How
many pesos are equal to $1?
It is 57.
Damn, that's a very obscure number,
ain't it? And it's funny because some places like no, because if you want to find out, you take the USD and you divide it by 57, and that's how many pesos it's equivalent to. So it was definitely some getting used to because all the time I was pulling out my phone, and then it was sometimes I had to understand, so I would have to take my Google Translator, like, how much does this chicken taco cost? And then like, but he got the ramya pollo, like, and like, oh, and then she say some number, like, what the fuck was that? I say that shit again real quick. You dumb as hell. Where you from?
We're gonna rob your ass. I keep going back to that, man. But I think it's good that people have like guy trips. I can't think of the last time that I went on a trip.
It's important, man. It's important. People automatically think, oh, y'all was out there doing this, that. I'm like, bro, like, do we say that when girls take gay girl trips? Or can y'all just go and just on some Wayne to Excel shit? Same
well,
thing
here's the difference. Dudes always, at some point, they always gonna try to. It's gonna always involve women at some point. You know what I'm saying? I think like girls can go out and have a good time, kick it, and they're not really worried about dudes. I know for a fact that dudes like, hey man, they be like, where the girls at, dog? You know.
And you know for the fact what they do on girls trips? You ever been on a girls trip with girls?
No.
Okay,
but
okay.
So
you think motherfuckers going to Jamaica, just chilling, just getting pedicures and having girl talk, huh?
They getting, but I don't think that like women want like just exotic one night stands like dudes do. Like guys like they want shit like that. Women like, I don't want some dick that I don't know. Like that dick might be dirty. Like,
was you a woman in your past life? How do you know all of this inside information, sir?
Hey man, I listen.
I do too.
Now, if you know some nasty ass girls who just be in Jamaica, like I'm about to.
It's not just. I know some very professional women that like, oh, you did this, or you do this, or what in the world? I would have never known. Yeah, they just hide it better than we do, Dave. Don't be so naive, man. You are 40 now. Come on. At some point, you gotta like, right.
If y'all are watching the show right now, please comment. And tell me about the time that you went to the Dominican Republic, ladies, and some dude was like, hello, my name is Raphael.
Ladies don't go take girl trips to the DR. They go to Jamaica.
So they want somebody from like, I still got a groove back. What's his name? Tay Diggs. Some Tay Diggs ass nigga to be like, yeah. Get the fuck out of here. They want some money.
Well, Dave, hey, I don't know, but all I can say is this though, it does happen, man. We just went over there and enjoyed ourselves, and for my right, ladies get it in on trips. Tell them, Donald. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that the King's Empowerment Seminar, aka my 40th. Will take place November 4th through the 8th. There will be a select group of gentlemen who will be
what's it called?
The King's Empowerment Seminar 2021, aka my 40th. This will be a trip for kings where we will empower each other, entering into the fourth decade over our life.
The King's Empowerment Seminar.
Yes, November 4th through the 8th.
That's Kings with a Z?
That's Kings with an S, because there's going to be more than one king.
Kings.
And when you leave, You will be better than you was when you first came.
What's gonna happen on this seminar that
King shit.
I can look forward to? You said king shit?
King shit.
I can't take you seriously right now. Okay, king shit.
You will be in like if you receive an email, it's like finding the golden rapper in the Willy Wonka movie. Oh my gosh, I got invited to the King's Empowerment Seminar. That's how big it's gonna be.
You don't shut your ass up.
I'm so fucking serious. I've had dreams about this. And guess what? I'm changing my name to E40 because I'm turning 40 and my first name start with an E. E40. Get it?
Well, you should call yourself Sir E40 since you a king and you are royalty. Okay.
Good point. I might just do that too. I think I am gonna do that. As a matter of fact,
and it's gonna be where?
We might go back to the Dominican, but it won't be in this country. We going somewhere outside the country. And one of the events is that we are going to meditate over a cliff looking at the sunset for like 10 minutes, and then we're gonna get back to partying. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of the empowerment part. All right, come on, Kings.
Get back in the car.
And then we're gonna go about like, this is what I manifest into my life.
Man,
from my first year into my 40s. I have big goals, man. I got directions. I know exactly what I want to do. I'm sure you do too. I hope you do. But if you don't, like I said, you will be more empowered when you get ready to get back home than when you was when you arrived.
You'll be more empowered at the King's Empowerment Seminar.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about.
I went on a trip too this past weekend to celebrate my 40th birthday to Austin, Texas. And Texas is wide the fuck open.
Not exactly Dominican, but let's talk about Austin, Texas.
I call Austin white Atlanta. It is where hipster white folk people go to live their best lives. Like it's very liberal in the middle of just Texas, which is like, not liberal, but it was cool just being in spaces that were open, being able to go eat at restaurants and shit like that. And I realized that I have a very intense fear of heights. I knew this, but I thought I had conquered it a little bit. I'm on to one of them rope courses where you like climb up the net and then like you got to go from like rope to rope. Well, you ever done these things where like you got to like clip yourself in to like these wires above you, and then you kind of have to like walk the tightrope, or they have like these planks that swing. You get to like jump from plank to plank until you get to like the next secure thing.
Right. Y'all have to do that?
I tried. I got to like the first thing, and I just went back where I came from. Because
hey, Dave, the King's Empowerment Seminar, we talk about health as well. You should be able to do that shit, man. You are too young to not be able to do that.
I got a fear of heights, and it ain't got nothing to do with.
I'm scared of heights too,
bro.
The King's Empowerment Seminar will help you get over your fears as well.
Fuck that. My legs was buckling, like it was shaking, like I went on a field trip once with my students, and we did one of those rope courses, and I had to get rescued down from the ropes by one of the instructors, and the kids were just like,
No, I'm afraid of heights too, but I try to tackle them boys. Even so, like I went to the top of the Sears Tower or Willis Tower, whatever y'all want to call it these days, and I got on that tilt. That was pretty intense. And then that little see-through floor that people be taking pictures on at the top floor of the Willis Tower.
That's different, ain't it?
Well, you can see all the way to the bottom of the street standing on clear glass. That's pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, actually, I just got nervous thinking about that shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm scared. But let me tell you one of the scariest parts of the trip, though. We went. So it was Rose's idea to go deep sea fishing. So we are like 20 some miles away from land in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm just thinking, like, man, human beings are not meant to be out this far. I've seen A&E stories where these rich motherfuckers go out on these deep sea trips and never come back. And these rich, like NFL players, been a couple times, they never returned. And like that day, it was windy, so the tides and the waves were like crazy, and everybody on the boat was getting seasick. And I'm just like, damn, I couldn't see no land. All I could see was water. I'm like, man, it could be. We out here with the sharks and the whales and the dolphins and octopuses. It's a whole nother world of life underneath us. And if you fall into this ocean, because you couldn't stand up on a boat, you had to grab on or something. And the whole time, it was a few people that was throwing up over on the side of the boat. And I'm like, man, we should have never came out here. That was one part. That was the only part of the trip I wasn't scared. I was just like, and I don't get seasick, but I was more so like, we don't belong out here. We need to get back to land. I don't like this, because if something was to happen, motherfucker, I don't know who. It's over. If you fall into that ocean, before you can even come above, you're gonna probably be so far away from the boat because the tide's gonna take you far away, and then just push you underwater, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, I don't fuck with water neither too much. Like, I like water. I was on a boat in Texas, but it's not my thing. Like, can you swim?
I can swim, but can't nobody swim in that shit. I mean, when we the boat party, I actually jumped into the ocean, was swimming, but I did not that far out. No, ain't nobody jumping in that motherfucker though.
Nah, not doing that neither, brother.
Yeah,
but I'm glad that we both got away to go on some trips, man. I feel like moving into this new decade, like me getting married soon, it's a lot of anxiety with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you realize that I'm so stuck doing stuff the way that I want to, having like your own money, like, and my girl's super like, we need to plan this, we need to do that, which is cool because I'm not really like that a lot of times. But you got to have conversations now about stuff that you don't necessarily want to think about, but you should be thinking about it. And that shit just takes a lot of patience, man. Like, even trying to find a venue right now, like, we're looking at spots in Chicago, but I got too many friends and family in Chicago that I don't think, like, I wouldn't be able to afford
those plates.
Yeah,
so you don't want to have it. Do you want to do a destination wedding or what?
Nah, I don't do that. I think I'm gonna do it in LA or somewhere in California, where like it's gonna be really dope. The house we're looking at, but it's gonna be smaller. I think, you know what I mean, in terms of just who's there. But I think LA is gonna be the move, because LA allows us to have the wedding in any month, really. And Chicago is like, you got to have it between May and October,
or
September, and that's it. So, but it's gonna be dope, man. I'm looking forward to moving into this next phase of my life. But at the same time, like, I'm looking at your guys' trip you went on to the DR. I'm like, man, like, and I'm not saying that I can't go on trips like that, because I definitely can. But
you got to get to a point like where it's ready for you, man. I mean, everybody's role is different. I think there's three types of guys. It's the guy who wants to get married because he's found someone he's just ready to spend the rest of his life with. He genuinely loves this person, and he feels like, man, I've done everything I wanted to do. Then it's the guy who wants to get married just because he's been coerced into it, or left with a ultimatum, or either has somehow bought into the notion that you getting old and you need to get married. Then it's the guy like me. Like, I get married when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not pressured, I'm not pressed, and right now it's not a top priority. I'm not saying that I don't want to get married, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a top priority. Those are the three types of people, you know what I'm saying? So if you are in that first option, like I said, man, congratulations. I think people who make that leap should absolutely be 150% sure this is what I want to do. So, and I'm sure that you did that, because I know you are an analytical thinker. I'm sure you've thought through all of the
it's pros
options
and cons to everything, bro. Like it's definitely pros to not getting married, but to me, it's right now it's more pros to get married than to not get married with the person who I'm with. and where I'm at and where we're at in my life. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's exclusive to you. That's exclusive to you. And I think people should stop saying, generalizing, a certain like a decision like that. That's a huge decision. And I look at these stats and I get a little nervous when I see 70% of divorces initiated by women and all of this shit. And I'm seeing how many married women be cheating and vice versa. And I'm be like, man, yeah, I don't know if I want to go.
Where you find the stats about married women who be cheating?
We had this on the show. I've mentioned the website. It's called I gotta pull it up. It's on the website though. It's factual information, statistical data. So it's something I think it's blackdemographics.com if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the website.
You gotta find somebody who you're not worried about. You're not worried about that with. You know what I mean?
I mean, obviously, but that's what I'm saying. You got three types. If I find somebody, I'm like, man, it's not that I'm looking for anything negative, but if I'm like, yo, she hitting every single metric, and I get along with her, and I enjoy my time around this person, she's helping me out, she's contributing to my, making my life easier and better. We friends on top of that. I think I'm digging this person. Then before I even make that decision,
I believe it. I mean, I'm sorry, I believe it when I see it. For you.
It's like, I'm a little wiser now. I'm a little older. I've been around the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm been around the block. And then after that, I'm gonna start like, okay. So if after we've, made an official relationship and I'm thinking like, I think she might be the one, then I'll initiate us moving in together. And then I want to see, her cleanliness and housekeeping skills and how she does with her money and bills and whatever like that, and see if she's responsible. What's your credit score like? And I'm like, damn, she got her shit together.
What you gonna do though?
My shit is together, bro. My shit is together. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck around with that shit. This again, it's different for every individual. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm gonna be looking at, because like I said, this is my lifelong partner, and I know what I want out of life. And
well, just know that she gonna have a list too.
That's fine. That's cool. Have it. I'm not concerned about that. But what I'm saying, if every metric on that point is like, I bet she might not hit every single one, but I gotta make sure, like, if this is something that's I care about, or if it's a deal breaker. And if it's not a deal breaker, can I live with it? All right, cool. I can get adjusted to it. And then she the one, I'm like, fuck it, baby, let's go ahead and do this thing. You know what I'm saying? You ready to be Miss Hamilton out this motherfucker? All right. We make it happen when I get back from the DR.
I believe that shit when I see it, bro. It's gonna be 15.
Damn, Dave, you don't think I'm marriage material out here?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I just don't see you slowing down no time soon. Or settling down. Not slowing down, but settling down.
Why is
I
that?
would be shocked. Huh?
Man, I'm not like a playboy, man. I'm just a dude who just take care of my shit. My life doesn't revolve around women. Women doesn't validate me, man. That's just a byproduct. But the thing,
what that got to do with anything? And nobody's saying that.
So what's you basing off that I'm not gonna get settled down for?
Because I ain't never seen you with nobody. Like seriously, outside of the girl that was long distance, I ain't never seen you date nobody for real. And I've known you for a long time. Long ass time.
I mean, I don't jump in and out of relationships like most people. I take my time. When I have a breakup, I pour into Elijah.
I can understand not jumping, nigga. You're not even crawling. Like you are in a wheelchair. And you are a paraplegic. So I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying that when I see you be like, yeah, man, I did it. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. And hopefully I'm alive to see this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, man.
You you gonna be 75. I got me a little tender young thing. She 45. She just stopped having periods.
No, I'm not gonna choose that old. I don't give a fuck how old I am. If I look, I'll be Hugh Hefner out here if it gets to that point.
It's funny though, because like my mom is single now after my dad passed, and she be out here dating. She be telling me like how these old dudes be on bullshit. And I'm like the same shit that we go through dating, it don't get no better as people get older. They just old doing this shit. Like it'd be like an old dude with a whole team of women. You know what I'm saying? Like
that you be weird. Like, how old are you? I'm 68. This is my girlfriend. At this point, like, hey, when you get that age, you like me? Yeah, I like you too. Let's get married. That's how it should be. But you don't with the bullshit? Yeah, me too. Let's get married.
You know, but not now though. But not at 39.
You got Medicare or Medicaid? Medicare, bet. Let's get married.
Let's do the damn thing. I don't know, man. I mean, what works for you is what works for you. Like we've had this on the show be a topic before. Like, you know, you good. You're not in a rush. You happy, which is most important. As long as you happy, bro.
Peace, man. I'm all about peace. That's all I'm in. Protecting time and energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do out here.
That's very important thing that actually is to protect your peace, man. And I don't think that people do that enough. And I think that that's something that I need to hear right now, to tell you the truth. Like things that if they don't bring you joy, you shouldn't do it. You know, like if it don't bring you peace of mind, if it makes you feel anxious or it makes you feel like tight.
You know what? I mean, it's simple as this, man. Choose happiness. It's all a choice. You know what I'm saying? You choose the people you choose to be around, the person you choose to be with, you know, romantically, you know, the friends you choose to be, whatever, the job you choose to be at. Whatever you do, if it doesn't make you happy, then why the fuck you doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like I say, like that's just a core principle that I know that I live my life by is protecting my time and energy. And like, I'm just to the point where, you know, I don't just let everybody around me. I don't just give easy access to everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? And that took a while to even get to that point. So, you know, that's why, you know, usually the older you get, your circle gets smaller. You know, so
I mean, I think our patience tends to get shorter as we get older. So now, and people, you've heard the term "stuck in your ways." So like when you meet people, when you date people as you get older, people are less willing to change, and they be like, "I am who I am," because they've been living that life for a minute. And I'm sure you are probably more stuck in your ways as you get older. Women probably are too. So it's just all very interesting, like equation about how this shit is going to play out, you know. And when you find somebody who you can just bond with naturally, you'll know it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, that's what it's about, man. But it's not even just all about that, though. But you know, I think we should have probably named this show, you know, going into the 40s. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm already preparing mentally, you know, like I'm
for the King's Empowerment Sessions. I mean, series.
That's just going to be the King's Empowerment Seminar.
Okay.
Because that's what it is, a seminar. But I'm looking at like everything I wanted to be straight for my 40s is my money, my health, my mind. You know what I'm saying? And my peace. Because like I don't want, man, I can imagine turning 40. You got child support. You got this bitter baby mama you can't stand. Your check getting garnished. You overweight. You got fucking high blood pressure and diabetes. That's not a way to go into getting ready to go into your golden years. 40s is like the introduction, like next stop, golden years. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how fast it goes by. And it's like you at this point, your 30s, you should have been swept up the mess and cleaned up what you did from your 20s. You know what I'm saying? You partied, kicked it, had reckless nights, but they were so fun. You made memories. You fell out with friends, whoever, you know what I'm saying? And girls, you broke your heart. You done broke up girls' hearts, whatever. You done splurged money. You done lost it back. Whatever thing you did. And then you cleaned it up. And like you go into your 40s on point. I've had a pretty wild 20s and 30s. You know what I'm saying? This is my last year of my 30s. And I'm fortunate to come out unscathed to this point. I still got a couple scars. I definitely got some battle scars from it, but I always want to make sure I go into my 40s on point. And that's even with the friends that I'm taking into my 40s. That's why the King's Empowerment Seminar is so important to me.
First of all, I hate the name, but I respect
it's gonna catch on. We got to shorten up Kings Empowerment. The key KES.
That shit sound like the Kings of Comedy, like tour, like it's gonna be like Seth the Entertainer, Eli Hamilton, Steve Harvey, and Dave Helen. Like I don't like it, but I understand why you're doing it. I think that this is going to be not even. I know it's going to be it's such an amazing decade, bro. Like in terms of prosperity. Yeah. And I'm not saying that on some like real woke shit. I'm just saying like I know where things are headed for me, my trajectory in terms of like career stuff and even just life stuff with getting married and because the 30s were rough. The 30s were damn. I remember just 5 years ago living in Little Village and having 2 roommates and living on your couch the year before that, you know what I'm saying? And getting my car repossessed, even though it was a fun time. It was very fun, but I also like, was I happy? No. Like, you don't realize as comedians, like, are we thriving? Or are we just kind of like living? You know what I'm saying? And we was just drinking so much that shit just kind of masked the pain of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do that. Like,
but you gotta celebrate that for making it over that hump, because a lot of people don't make it over that hump. The fact that you still here and that you living prosperous right now and that you found somebody that love you, that's a blessing. And that has to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? To find somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with. That calls for a celebration with the guys that's a part of your life. Because right now, everything that's attached to you is part of what you have chosen to be a part of your life. You know what I'm saying? And like, I take that shit very serious. You know what I'm saying? That's why people are going to be hand selected for the Kings Empowerment Seminar November 4th through the 8th.
I want you to come up with one of them like Cash Money like flyers. You remember them Cash Money CD covers?
Dave, let me tell you something.
With a bunch of rings on or some shit.
Dave, let me tell you something. One thing about me, if you know me prior to comedy, I always get it cracking. I get it popping, bro. Meaning like when I put something together that I really put into it, that shit goes hard. Every party in my crib, crack on Woodline before the fucking potlucks. When I used to have regular get-together shindigs at the crib, they would crack. I got it cracking in college. I'm a getting it cracking ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be, yeah. So this one, we gonna be balling out. I'm telling everybody ahead of time, stack your money if you need to, because we going in that motherfucker like, look, like we play for.
We should go to like a third world country so like we can really ball and come in with like $5 and be like, yo, do something strange for the change. For real.
Look, all I know
is like Vietnam.
I'm coming in that motherfucker with a bag. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel like a pro athlete. Like I played professional kickball in Europe. You never heard of me? Yeah, that's why I got so much money right now for the Kings Empowerment Seminar.
Are you talking about?
That's if they don't know who I am, I'm just gonna make up a lie. Like, yo, I'm a professional athlete. Like, what do you play? Soccer? Like, no, kickball.
You look like a soccer player. They be having weird haircuts and stuff like that. So I
might post for that, but low key they watch a lot of soccer, so they might like which team. I'm like, damn, how many? I know the Chicago Power. That's the only soccer team I know.
The Chicago Power?
Is that a professional soccer team?
What the fuck? Hell no, it's like the Chicago Fire.
Is that what it is? Chicago Fire, Chicago Power? See, that's how bad that's why I can't say it's soccer. That's why I got
Power is a show that's filmed in Chicago.
No, it's some team called Chicago Fire Power, whatever. Firepower. I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna be playing professional sports. That's what I'm gonna say. No, you know what? Yeah. No, you know what? Because we ain't telling no lies in the 40s. We keeping it 100.
That's important, dog. Like to speak your truth, to be who you are. Which is also another thing I'm thinking about, like comedy is coming back now in Chicago, right? Like,
oh yeah, I did want to mention that. Yes. I did a show at Laugh Factory last Saturday. Man, it was fucking fun, man. I enjoyed it. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just something about in your 40s. I believe that not even being 40s, but like just being a comedian. Like if you're not just speaking your truth, like after we watched that Patrice O'Neal documentary, Killing Is Easy. Like it's like fuck trying to write the best joke possible, like the wittiest. Is like, come with that real shit, bro.
Yep.
Come with that real, authentic. I mean, it's still gonna be funny. Like you just can't be up there like, just like rambling, you know what I'm saying?
And rambling, yeah.
But
yeah, no, man, it becomes when you are speaking your truth, it does become easy, man. I am glad the comedy's opening back up, man. I know Brian doing a good job over there at Zany's, looking at the lineups he's been putting together, and I can tell you it looks a lot different than from when your boy Bert was booking them shows, so hopefully the political red tape might be cut, you know what I'm saying? Let's hope so. Let's hope this pandemic has taught us to appreciate raw talent instead of fuck.
I think a part of that is the fact that they're not booking like national headliners right now. You know what I'm saying? So like they kind of need the local talent for one. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's not all about like just being a better person. It's kind of like we are the talent right now. The people are not coming in from like other cities. Like you're not getting a national headliner to come do a room with 25 to 40% capacity because they're not gonna make no money like that.
Right. That's very true.
But we'll do it if they were like, I'll pay you $50, $60 for a set. We'll be like, hell yeah, I'm coming.
I don't know who being too selective right now because two reasons. One, whether you was relying on entertainment just to live, you probably want to take every dollar you can get. Or two, is because you just haven't performed so long, you fucking miss it.
It ain't about the money.
You're right. It's like, man, I just want to be back on stage, man. That's how I felt. I don't even know how much I got paid for Laugh Factory, if I'm even gonna get paid for Laugh Factory, if it's gonna be a check, and if it's gonna be mailed. Because they ain't gonna mail the checks. So hopefully, you can still go up there. Because if it get mailed, I ain't gonna get it. Because I still ain't got no mail in like 3 weeks from USPS. That's a whole nother story. Talked about their ass too. I got some information about the post office shit if y'all want to know. Three people listening on here, y'all deserve to know. Fuck everybody else who's not listening.
What are you talking about?
The post office chronicles that's going on here.
In Chicago?
Yeah. I heard it's going on everywhere, but we're talking about where I'm at. So I got some inside scoop. The reason is because people calling off work.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you.
That's what it is. They are calling off work and getting away with it because it's unionized and union protects bullshit. People think the union is a good thing unless you was just an employee, then you like the union because they're gonna protect you. But if you run shit, you like fuck that. Yeah.
Stay woke, brother.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Brandy. I'm glad that I could share that information. If y'all need to know anything else, let me know because I got my ear to the streets on this.
Hey, this is very random, but I want to ask you this question too, because Kanye is getting a divorce right now.
Good for him. I think them some witches right there. They fuck up everybody they with. That man had cut his facial hair off and everything. You thought he had big cheeks before? Oh my gosh. That's beside the point.
What that got to do with the Kardashians?
What you mean? They done fucked up Lamar. He went to crack hole houses. You know what I'm saying?
Lamar was doing crack before you.
He started doing more crack. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, come on, man. Like it's something. Bruce done turned himself to a whole woman. Like, man, come on, bro. Like we gotta. Hey, something wrong with them, man.
I think something been wrong with Kanye since his mom passed away. To be honest with you, like,
what would make him want to marry Kim Kardashian? That probably what happened. It didn't intensify.
I think he had a very strong like infatuation with her. Like before he dated her, just like off her looks physically, right? And I was watching that show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, on the episode where he was on.
I know he came as a friend and all that, yeah,
but he was like in love with her, bro. Like in terms of, but Kanye has this real fascination with respect. He raps a lot about. He said, "I'm I'm a black man with the confidence of a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think he feels like he's been shit on a lot of times because he's black. So there's a part of Kanye that really admires non-black culture. You know what I'm saying? So I think the fact that he was like marrying into this Kardashian family and he like transcended his blackness, quote unquote, which is bullshit. He thought, I feel like he thought in his mind that he was like, I made it in some ways. You know what I'm saying? So I want him to come out with a fire ass old Kanye album. Like,
it's about to come in. Oh, you know it's coming. You know he about to look. And then I read an article. This is
can't even curse no more. I'm like, I need you to curse, motherfucker.
The news source saying that his bodyguard is about to come out with a tell-all book, and the only thing I could think of was the Kardashians got their fingerprints all over that. They want to damage control and control the narrative before because they know Kanye's a loose cannon and that motherfucker just don't care. He like, I'm ready to die. I've been ready to die for the last 5 years anyway. So I'll say whatever the one on this album. And the Kardashians like, we can't let that happen. We need this bodyguard, tell-all book, whatever he's paying you not to say nothing, we'll double that. You know what I'm saying? And the bodyguard, he like, man, shit, I'm saying, fuck it. Just give me the money, right? So this is about to be nasty. We need this Kanye album to be released.
We do, bro. Like, I got such a, it's like, you know how Beyonce had like the Beehive. Like,
yeah,
I was a Kanye stan like that, bro. Like I would kill for this nigga. Like that. That's how much I was a fan of his artistry. And so people always told Kanye.
So what's his following called?
I don't know. I like the K-Hive. I don't know.
Can't be a hive, bro. It makes sense with Beyonce. Beehive. You get it? What's Kanye's called? You gotta come up with something for that, man.
I'm not concerned about it right now, but I was in it, is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So the fact that, because I saw a lot of similarities between me and Kanye, I was like, I'm gonna be a comedian. Kanye was like, I'm gonna be a rapper, and people would tell me, oh, you're not good enough, you're not, you know what I'm saying, like you're not funny enough, you're not this, you're not that. Stick to this, and people had told Kanye like, stick to being a producer, right? And pound for pound, in terms of like his work, body of work. I made a playlist yesterday on Apple Music called Yay. It was just my favorite songs that Kanye featured on and songs that he made himself. I got like 8 hours of music of just like every track being like, yo, this is fire, and fire, 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 fire. And there's only a few rappers like that who have that catalog.
Man,
like
Jay-Z,
Drake,
okay. Mm-hmm.
And you can say Kanye is not a good rapper all you want, but he makes amazing.
No, Kanye can rap. I like Kanye. Yeah, man. We gonna have a conversation around the whole hip hop thing too, because I'm a hip hop head, and I say this, like, I'm not a big Eminem fan, but I did appreciate that song he came out with recently, Tone Deaf, to respond to the Gen Z people trying to cancel him. And I'm like, I wish
over what?
Over his past albums was violent and misogynist and all this whatever shit they get offended about.
They should not listen to any gangster rap at all.
Well, they got they selects who they want. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck y'all want? The Jonas Brothers to drop a mixtape, bitch? Like, this is what it was. This is, you know what I'm saying? If you don't fucking like it, don't listen to it. God damn, I'm so tired of people trying to say that. But if you go listen to it on YouTube, Tone Deaf. And the man went in. I'm like, damn, I forgot Eminem dude got bars, even though some of that shit be sound like, what the fuck does this even mean? But it rhymes, and it's cold. And his rhyme scheme is dope.
You know what's funny is that he's like 50 now.
He's 49.
It's a lot of rappers who are in that same age group. And we just gonna see old rappers now. Like, it's just gonna be, and we're not gonna care. Like, we just gonna rock with having a rapper at the age of 60 that's still coming out with dope music. I kind of like that.
I do too. Like, why should it be an age on art? Because that's what it is. It's art. And even the older you get, you could spit wisdom over dope beats. And you're probably so cold at it because you've been doing it for so long, that shit gonna be fire.
You're gonna see Eminem at the Promontory soon. You know, when like you be seeing like them artists at the Promontory who were like,
That's
like,
when they ain't doing it for the money no more. They just like, man, I'm just doing it.
Well,
for
not
the
just
culture.
that, but they following ain't what it used to be neither. You know what I'm saying? So the promontory be having them fire concerts of people like, I think Jay Electronica had a concert at the promontory where he just
Well, no, it's not yet. I think it's supposed to be coming up.
Oh, it didn't happen?
I don't know if it's supposed to be coming up. I haven't heard anything about it, but they like
Scarface was at the promontory. I think the saddest concert I ever saw at the promontory was Do or Die. And Don Ski was up there with him, like just and whenever you see Don Ski, I'm gonna leave it at that. But I was like, this is bad. This is
let's go.
Let's go. Party. Remember he had that song that he would make them play at Sub T at Sean Monroe's room back in the day.
Man, I can't even remember that shit, man.
Speaking of that, I cannot wait for this live podcast, James. March 26th.
Yeah.
At North Bar. We
Hell yeah.
A live taping of Jays and Grays.
Hell yeah.
About the Chicago comedy scene. Like it's gonna be so many funny stories, bro.
Man, it's gonna be I mean, it's gonna be cool. It is gonna be some nostalgic shit. I think it's only fitting that we do it that way. And then, right after it's gonna be dope ass comedy show. Like it's like the transition back into like the door opening up a little bit for comedy to start back, man.
My soul is bare. I feel like a civilian right now. I'm not a civilian. I tell my girls all the time, like, you think I'm normal? I'm not normal. Like, I'm a comedian. Like, I find my joy from being on stage and telling jokes. And the fact that the last year I've not been able to do that. I'm like Clark Kent right now with kryptonite in my pocket.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
It was just refreshing, man. Like, man, it wasn't I wasn't nervous and shit. I was just like, man, I missed this. I wish I could have did fucking 50 minutes on stage. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just gonna be a beautiful thing to see. It's gonna be interesting, like, because I was even thinking, like, man, I haven't really watched anybody do stand-up, so I don't even know if people are already starting to do some of this material yet. I haven't seen a lot of people's sets, but it's gonna be interesting to see.
I got the same jokes. I ain't got no new material right now. And guess what? I don't give a. Okay? I'm gonna come up there with I don't care. I just want to get on stage, bro.
You got to talk about something that's been going on the last year, though.
I mean, I got it. You know what's crazy? Like, the first joke of my special it's called Black Lives Matter. This time, for real, because we've been saying Black Lives Matter for a long time, but now people are starting to listen. And I got mad as hell, because I said, what's the difference this time? White women are involved with the movie.
Dave about to come back. Dave about to come back. Political. No, but it's gonna be the new Dave Hellum. He's married and he cares about politics. You used to know him as Davey Boy. Now it was Dave Hellum. Now meet Mr. David Hellum.
Bill Burr went on SNL after I did that. After I recorded my special and told pretty much the same joke, right? And it's just parallel thinking. Like, unless he saw my joke at the Rose Bowl and was like, I'm gonna do it on SNL, which I don't think he did, right? But the fucked up thing about that is that people gonna be like, oh, you just stole that from Bill Burr. I'm like, I did that shit first.
Don't even think about it. So what? What? Yeah, don't think about it. You in your 40s now. You don't concern your shit like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you got your stance on that. That's just what you believe in, it, man. Don't even put too much press into that shit. You know what I mean? I just think that it's gonna be good to hear people's perspectives, man. And I can tell you, like, after a year, that I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm sure that nobody is. Well, if you are, that's a shame. I mean, you should be growing every year. But the stuff that we have went on, I think, and this is another reason I really appreciate this podcast, because we get to really just talk and sort shit out. And it's almost like a venting. We get an hour to vent on our opinions, which is basically what it is being on stage. We just haven't been doing it. Yeah, we just haven't been doing it in front of people. We've been able to have conversations, and like, it don't even feel like it just don't even feel like a podcast. It just feel like, even when we have themes, Yeah, so like starting next week, we're gonna start back on the themes. This was just us. This episode was really just us just catching up, shooting this shit. I've been extremely busy since I've been back from vacation. Days, has as well, and so it's like now that's why we say we back to business. So, man, next Friday. Oh no. Next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday we'll come out with we'll announce what that. We got a couple ideas what we're gonna discuss. I got a couple good ideas what we should be talking about too.
And we're gonna get back into it and into having a little bit more structure, but this is just kind of just getting back into the flow of things, man. But we'll figure it out. And then after that, we'll be in Chicago on Friday the 26th. So if you buy a ticket to the show, that does include entrance to the live podcast at 7 and the show's at 9. And I want to show my special at 8, but that might be doing too much. I don't know, but I want people to see it. I really do. It looks so dope, bro. It looks fucking amazing.
I'm looking forward to it.
Huh?
I mean, if you ain't doing it on Saturday, man, save it for Saturday.
Oh no, I got 3 shows at the Laugh Factory on Saturday.
Oh, okay, can't do it Saturday.
No.
And
so,
you leave Sunday.
I mean, like, huh?
And you fly back out Sunday?
Yeah, man. Like I get in Thursday, I got a show at the Laugh Factory. Friday, we got the podcast show. Saturday, got show. Sunday, I'm out. I really need this just to get back on stage and just see y'all, man. Like I miss the city. I miss Chicago. LA is not really like a city to me. It's an area, but it's not home. I be looking at my little thing behind me like, oh shit, that's State and Lake. Look at that. That's Lake Street. Oh my God.
Well, traffic is starting to pick back up a little bit, so that's a sign that people are starting to come back outside. 290 in the ramp is still broke.
Man,
like
I don't care where you go in Chicago, that area. I call the anus of Chicago, where like every intersection meets right there by like Canal Port. When you going towards downtown, and everything just merged to that one thing by the Sears Tower.
Why did y'all do this dumbass shit?
By Roosevelt?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why are there 90,000 freeways combining into one thing right here? Like, it's not. Yeah. But I miss that. I miss that a lot.
I would never miss that. And I would never miss the intersection at 79th in South Chicago either. It's a lot of places I can go without ever having to
You mean the one by the Regal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most dangerous intersection in Illinois. Probably the Midwest. Maybe even the country. But I don't miss shit like that. When it comes to traffic, I don't. You know what's interesting though?
We should have an episode about Chicago. Not Chicago comedy, but just like why Chicago is the greatest city on earth. And we just talk about all these things that happen culturally outside of comedy that exists. There's so much funny shit that we think is so raw and good. The rest of the country's like, nigga, this is terrible. Why do y'all do this? Like when you go to the intersection and then you see like it'd be like a gay dude and a girl like just like dancing for change for like at the red light, and then
I have a confession.
That was you.
No, it wasn't me. I have never tipped them before. Ever. I've never given them.
I've never tipped them neither. But I'm just saying.
I'm just like, y'all not putting enough effort into this entertainment, and I just don't. And no, it doesn't deserve money. So keep it up. I'll be back here probably on Wednesday. I seen this one motherfucker. She hit one spin move and just start walking to the cars. I'm like, that's not enough. No, you don't get paid for that. She did a spin move when she kicked her leg in the air, and I'm like, no. The Bucket Boys, them tunes are starting to get shorter and shorter. It used to be like do for 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Now it's just that do. No, motherfucker. Y'all getting lazier and lazier.
We can do a whole episode about Chicago shit outside of comedy, man. Like why Chicago is the greatest city, the greatest and the worst city at the same time. Like
it's funny because it's like the way they beg on the south side is different than how they beg on the north side. The north side beggars, I just don't really feel that sorry for. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know, y'all come with just because y'all ain't shaved in 4 months, and you hold up a cardboard sign. That's a nice marker. That Sharpie had to cost at least $6. That ain't the bullshit Sharpies, and it's wet ink.
the homeless scene and the comedy scene kind of parallel each other from the north side to the south side. South side comedian, the audiences are like entertaining the same way that they look at homeless people on the south side. Like, you better do a dance. You better start dancing, pop locking for this dollar.
Bro, I'm an advocate for hard work. And I reward hard work. That shit ain't hard work. That ain't hard work.
What, dancing?
That ain't no fucking dance. It's a dance move. Let's go ahead and do some dance moves, man, so we can go get this loud pack.
Or like lying about a football team that don't exist. And they had that little balled up sheet of paper.
Excuse me. We're trying to raise some money
to my football
team. They be quick as hell. Yeah, we're trying to raise some money for jerseys. For the Sabertooth Notre Dame Tigers real quick. Like, whoa, I need to see that again. Don't worry about it.
Let me see that real fast. No, it's all good. They like,
we are $47 shy of our goal. If you could please just help us out. Sorry, the light screen gotta go. Well, fuck you then. Damn, what happened to all that heartwarming storming? Like nothing.
That is hilarious, man. But hey, before we get out of here, is there anything that you want to plug at all that you got coming up?
No, I have nothing coming up, and I'm not even gonna try to lie about it. So the next thing we got is our show next Thursday, and then the live podcast taping, and followed by the Dope Comedy Show.
You should hit up Curtis and see if you can get on
one of them shows on Saturday.
On Saturday, man.
27. That's cool.
The 27. Let's take it back to 2014.
Oh man, that don't sound too good.
No, I mean I'm not driving. Like I got a hotel downtown. Like I'm here to kick it.
I don't even know if I know how to drive drunk anymore. Like that, I've lost that skill, which is a good thing.
Didn't we talk about this? Like now it's just the Uber is not even expensive. Like
yeah, the Uber went up, and yeah, it's a dangerous time to be an Uber driver right now, man.
It's not worse than getting a DUI.
Yeah.
You know that.
That's true. They're gonna stop coming to the south side, and if they do, like, I can't even be mad at them because these little terrorist motherfuckers is be beating their ass, robbing them, beating them up,
stealing their cars.
Yeah, 2 14-year-old girls jacked the Uber driver. I'm like, man, you got jacked by some 8th graders. You a whole grown ass man. How the fuck 2 8th grade girls beat your ass and take your car?
Mm-hmm.
And then to be on the news, like, I was so terrified. Like, you a bitch. I'm sorry.
God damn, Eli. Eli.
Oh, sensitive a little bit? No. Because Dave, as nice a guy as you are, I will still clown you like, Dave, how the fuck you get jacked by 2 14-year-old girls? You know what I'm saying? Did they have a gun? I mean, no, they put me in full Nelson and bit me on my face. And I just had to.
That's real, bro. What I got?
I don't care. That shit's funny.
I don't think I got much going on. I mean, it's been a busy March. I got engaged, turned 40. A special's coming out this month.
March is, man, that's $1 million month right here, baby.
And we got this show at North Bar, which is gonna be amazing, man. We only got 40 tickets that we're selling due to social distancing guidelines, but it's going to be everything. It is going to be the best thing to do in Chicago on a Friday night. And I don't care about Zanny's Laugh Factory. I love those places, but it's gonna be very organic at North Bar on Friday night. So if you don't have your tickets, grab them. Because we got you on the show, we got Eli on the show, M. Brown, Abby Sanchez, Mary Lee, and I feel like I'm leaving somebody out.
Dubs.
Oh, and M. Dub, man, that's gonna be a fire ass show. Like, so if you live in Chicago, you should be at North Bar. Put a mask on if you don't feel safe, whatever. But we're gonna be all right. March 26th. We gonna get it popping, man. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for tuning in to Jays and Grays. I'm Dave. That's Eli. We out this video.
Thank you.
You said thank you.